everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to the Slowest WAAAGH, where we are playing Tzeentch. It's turn 14, and a pretty simple turn. We're not in an early war, so we're kind of just noodling around. We have completed construction 2, running up to construction 4, I believe the plan is. Didn't augury, didn't find anything. Did arcane probing, didn't find anything. Searched in Silverwoods, didn't find anything. Searched in Corbian, didn't find anything. Unlucky, but is what it is. We have a battle for a throne. Let's see how this goes. So, pretty simple situation for us. We've got 2 squads of marauders on either side. We've got a big old stack of Chaos Warriors in the center. We've got some Chaos Trolls coming up. And primarily, there's just a shit ton of units here. There are some mages. We are somewhat concerned. Let's see how it goes. We are vastly outnumbered here. I think there's 350 units over on that side. The hope is that most of the focus is going to be on our... nope. Most of the focus is going to be on our Chosen, and our Chosen are basically going to say no. Trolls got there with the Chosen, which is exactly what we were hoping. That's fantastic. Marauders plugging up the sides. This front line is going to get mulched. The question is if we get routed or not, or if any crazy magic comes out. So Starfires, we get some lesser water elementals in here. Mostly looking okay so far. Some action. Oh, the Chosen looks sick. Sombre's so good at this. Alright, unfortunately it does look like they're slowly getting whittled down. Slowly getting whittled down. Front line's broken, but we have lost a lot of units, and there's still a shit ton of archers left. Looks like the trolls just routed. Unfortunate. Chosen's still coming in. Starfires. Oh, there's some of the marauders routing on Chosen. I'm actually really surprised how... Oh no! I'm really surprised that the Wolf Tribe has not routed yet. Or the archers. Wolf Tribe archers and the regular archers have not routed yet. Good on them. They did good. We did not win. Unfortunato. But, you know, we knew that was relatively optimistic. We took the chance anyways because we were feeling frisky. I don't think that there will be any massive repercussions from that, but we'll see. So what did we actually lose? We ended up losing 3 of our Chaos Trolls, half of our Chaos Warriors, most of our Marauders. Not the worst thing in the world. Killed about half of their units, but this is somewhat misleading. All of those Wolf Tribe warriors and light infantry are gone. They routed. A fair amount of the Wolf Tribe archers did get killed. Most of the, or all of the archers are still there. The mages are. So this is basically no front line anymore. And mostly the danger is just that there's a fair amount of archers. There's still going to be around 150-ish archers left. So 138 looks like archers left. But even though, you know, these don't say all killed, they routed, they're gone, right? So should not be a big deal for us to take this next. We're not going to be able to do it this turn, though, because the forces that did rout are just too small. So we'll get it in the following turn. Shouldn't be a big deal. 22 secrets left to get a gate open, and an unexpected event in Corbian. Ooh, we got 15 blood slaves and 189 gold. Not the greatest event, not the worst event. We'll take it. What are we doing? Well, we do have some forces still over here, but I don't think this is going to be enough to actually dive in there and take Cormark. So, again, I'm not super worried Nagaron has basically indicated that this is mine, or Middenheim's. Middenheim is busy with Bone Nose Tribe, so not super worried. We're going to move our big old stack of Chaos Warriors over there. 64 Chaos Warriors, definitely going to be enough to take what's left there. Would have been enough to take it the first time, I think. But is what it is. So we're going to move that over to Traveler's Rest, and then we will take advantage of that. We're also recruiting some more Marauders over here. Over in Balcoria, we're moving up our Prophet and our little mercenary group, heading up towards Namor, right? Site searching around for a bunch of different things. We're going to start moving some people, some cultists around to potentially start preaching as well. Because it would be nice to get... So right now we have 2 provinces that are our dominion and other people's stuff. And that's how this whole Tzeentch secrets thing works, right? So it would be nice to fill out our dominion and potentially start pushing into other people so that we can get more of those ticks every single turn. That would be really great. So we're gonna start working towards that as well. We're popping, I think this is the turn we did it. We're starting a Palisade in Balcoria. Palisade in Traveler's Rest has 1 more turn. Palisade in Sirmiok has 3 more turns. And we are recruiting more Marauders over in Brightwood, again for the anticipation of Namor, but also just to, have eyes on the Bone Nose Middenheim conflict, so that when we want to pull the trigger, we can pull the trigger, right? So we're doing that. Recruiting more Chaos Warriors, some Chaos Warhounds, some Chaos Trolls. Not doing a whole lot of Chaos Trolls. These guys are really good, right? They really, really are quite good. They are limited to 2 per turn out of any forts. So you're spending 100 gold on them to get them, but they have less regeneration than normal trolls. But they don't have fire vulnerability because they're the Tzeentchian variants. So I think that's pretty interesting. My issue is that these guys are 40 gold a year, right? 40 gold a year is more gold than our chosen Chaos Knights. And a Chaos Troll, I do not think is better than a chosen Knight, right? Now, obviously, it's a different situation. It's just the problem that I have with them is you get 10 of these and they're 400 gold a year. You get more than that, you start trying to actually pump them out, and they can be really good. They can take buffs really well, but if you're not doing anything with them, which we're not really planning on doing anything immediately, then they are a big old gold sink, right? So I think Chaos Trolls are one of those things of, sure, if you can float them, great, but you should be using them, right? You shouldn't just be having them sit around or patrol or anything like that. It to me, it's that concept of 3 or 4 turns before you decide you're going to go to war with someone. Then you start producing 2 in every fort. You bring them all together. You have a stack of 30 or 40 of them that you can put on a flank, or even as a core center type scenario. You throw a bunch of buffs on them and then you let them go. And you hope that by the end of the war, half of them are dead, so that you don't have to keep paying for them, is the generalized concept. That being said, we do have a couple trolls, right? I do want a few on hand, but I don't want a lot on hand. So that's kind of what we're doing there. And then with the Marauder Shaman, we actually really want a death. We would take a water, but we really want a death to start site searching for death. So that would be really nice for us to accomplish. And that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot other stuff going right now. We need to get more scouts. We talked about this last time. But because we are putting up a palisade in Balcoria, we really don't have the money for additional scouts this turn, unfortunately. We could toss some of the marauders that we're recruiting to the wayside, but I also want more forces, right? I'm playing very greedy from a research perspective. I'm playing very greedy from a, I think pretty greedy from a infrastructure perspective, right? It's turn 14. We have 3 new palisades going up, right? We've dropped multiple temples. We are prepared with the other tricky thing about our Dominion, right, is we have to be very careful about dropping labs, because if we lose Dominion in the location, we'll lose the lab. So, for example, dropping a lab in Valcoria, really not a good idea right now. But Sirmiok and Traveler's Rest are kind of getting there, right? So we've got to be a little cautious about that kind of concept. That being said, I think overall we are moving towards the goals that we want, which is playing greedy, not getting into an early war, aiming for somewhere in the 18 to 20 block to take advantage of the fact that we've been focusing on research, we've been focusing on infrastructure, but at the same time, I want to have a decent sized army to move on whatever is going on up here, right? Whether that's a Middenheim victory or a Bone Nose victory or just a stalemate between the two of them, or someone else coming in, right? Like, there's always the opportunity for the 3 naps that we have in the next couple turns for them to be like, okay, well, nap done, and us to be like, oh, well, never mind, we're not going north. So, while I want more scouts, and we're definitely going to get more scouts, I also want to be greedy. And why do I have 2 scouts going over here? Oh, I really want to clear out the Fog of War. We'll get more scouts for the north, I promise. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for the turn. Not a whole lot else going on. No thrones captured so far. No crazy events. Sunridge, best place we've discovered so far. Going okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.